hello everybody. It is New Year's Eve, and I know broadcasting today, a little live stream for New Year's Eve, little chat here. Not sure what we're going to talk about, anything and everything. Got Tim Shea in the house already, right on time as usual. Now referred to as the mayor of Crypto Town. Love this guy. Thanks for being here. So I've got a special guest and another special guest. We've got Larry from Crypto Talk Now. Let's bring him to the stream.
How's it going, Sean?
I'm fantastic. Let's bring in your extra guest here, Patches.
Patches is here. We're in for a real treat because, like we were saying before we came on, that he's actually looking at the camera and he's not sleeping.
Yes, that is an unusual view for Patches for some of us who've been on your stream and watch you. So how are you doing today, New Year's Eve? You guys just holding it down at the house?
Yeah, we've been just working around the house. It's been warm here in North Carolina today, so we've been doing some yard work, myself and the kids, and we're just getting ready for New Year's, just taking it easy. I generally don't go out for New Year's and just hang out with the family. So, the kids are excited to ring in the new year, and my voice is a little raspy. I'm losing my voice from my cold, so if my voice sounds raspy, I apologize to anybody that's listening, but I'm excited to be here. I'm grateful that you asked me to be on, Sean, and Patches is looking like he's pretty happy. He's like smiling or something.
He is. Yeah, he looks pretty content right there. Got his nice little dog paw blanket.
It's funny that Tim Shea, the mayor of crypto, he's here, and he's got he changed his avatar. I was just about to say I was going to compliment him on his NFT from it's a Marbles NFT, I believe, from 2-Bit Crypto. So Tim Shea gets around. He is definitely the mayor of crypto for sure. The mayor, either the mayor or the commissioner of crypto, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Hey, Sean, Larry, and Patches. Yeah, good to have you here, Tim. Not sure how many people are going to show up today. I know it's a holiday. People are traveling and partying and probably barbecuing. It depends on where you're at in the country. Actually, California or West Coast is probably the only place you're barbecuing. Maybe Texas. It's a little cold here in Idaho.
Can I just say this, Sean, while we're waiting for more people to come in? I really like your intro.
Did I lose you?
Oh, shoot. Are we losing connection? I've got horrible internet service. I have like the best service, but for some reason it's hardwired and everything. For some reason, it's just not good in this area. I was just asking your intro. I really like your intro. Did you make that yourself, or did you hire someone to make that for you?
Yeah, that was a $5 special.
Was it? Cool.
Yeah, and I used it for a while, but I guess it works good on the live stream, but as far as videos goes, it's too long. And I had my son kind of tell me that it was not good for analytics, and a lot of people don't even make it through the intro to watch your stuff. So
I remember you saying that. Yeah, I watched a video with Mr. Beast, the YouTuber there, and he was saying that he doesn't do intros. He said that his title and his thumbnail is his intro. So that's one thing. But I think the live show.
Yep, you're cutting out again, losing Patches and Larry.
Am I back?
Yeah. Okay. Now I can hear you.
Sorry.
That's
I
all
was
right.
just going to say that I think, I know your son is on the right track with the analytics with intros, but I think for a live show, I think it works well because generally, on our live shows, it takes some time for people to kind of file in. So I think intro for a live show works well. I think it does. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll keep using it for the live stream. Sniff says, I guarantee crypto coding is Kabbalah coding. Okay.
Oh, I like this dog there. That's cool. He's got like a was it a boxer or a pit bull? I missed it. Oh, looks like a pit bull.
Looks like a pit.
Cute, yeah.
Yo, Tim Shea. Yeah, dogs are great. Love dogs. Are you obviously you're a dog on the couch kind of person, right?
Yeah, Patches is a couch potato. Yeah, I love dogs and everything. I've always loved dogs. Patches is a boxer pit bull mix. But he's just a lovable, friendly dog. But hello to Tracy G. I haven't seen you before, but thank you for being with Sean.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Tracy G says, thank you, Tracy, for showing up. I hope you are doing well on this New Year's Eve, wherever you're at. Actually, it depends on where you might be. It might be New Year's Day now.
Depending.
I think the Burj Khalifa had their fireworks show already. some time ago.
Really?
Hey, Tracy G. He's breaking up. Yeah.
Am
Yeah,
I still?
yeah, you're kind of in and out a little bit.
Okay, let me do this. Let me take this off for a second. Maybe that'll. It's like.
Sure.
Go ahead and off here for a second.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. See if that's any better. Is that any better?
It's hard to tell. I mean, your video's a little fuzzy, but
is it? Oh shoot. We've got like a bad rainstorm going on here, and it's weird when it rains in this area. For some reason, the internet is not good. But I had the guy come here, hardwire it right into my my server and everything.
Yep, still cutting out. Well, Crypto Realist is here. Thanks for showing up, Crypto Realist. What are you having for dinner?
So North Carolina, where the service is.
Larry has that Spectrum. Yeah, I haven't had too much issue with my internet. Mine's fiber optic, and it's pretty fast, and I run on wireless. So
check to see if anybody else is on. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you cut out for a while there.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, let me do this real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to see if anybody else is on.
Okay. Yeah, he's having a tough time with the internet. I've seen that a lot this last week or two. A lot of people out there I know watching live streams and videos are saying they're having problems with internet connections. Maybe that's the government shutting the internet down. There's a lot of people talking
on the internet.
All
right.
I thought the guy talking was BitBoy at first. Oh, no, I don't think BitBoy's a bit too large to be on my channel. And I don't mean in size. I mean in channel size. Sniff Larry from Crypto Talk Now. Tim, leave my Spectrum alone. Yeah, Crypto Realist. I know you were one who had some issues with the internet. Jeremy, you and Larry. Juan Gonzalez. Hey, Juan, how you doing? Good to see you here. Hopefully your New Year's Eve is going well. Hello there, crypto friends. We're just here hanging out, going to chat about a few different topics or whatever comes up. I don't really have anything really pre-planned. There are a couple things. There's some FTX info I wanted to talk about. Hi, Tim. I don't know if you guys, so I live in Idaho, and if you've been watching the news, you know there were 4 college kids that were murdered up in Moscow at a college.
Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. Now I can't see you. All right. We'll give him some time. Anyway, yeah, there was 4 college kids that were murdered up in Moscow, and they caught the guy yesterday, who they think is the guy, right? Alleged to have committed these crimes, which is good to see. My heart goes out to the families of those kids. It's crazy. It's crazy what goes on out there, and to find out this guy's like a criminology student at a university is also very, very weird. So it makes me wonder if he's planning on utilizing his education in order to try to fool the police or play games with the police or whatever. I don't know as the investigation continues, but that was good. Good to see they got him. At least they think it's him. So hopefully that'll be the end of that. Hey, Sean, everything is going awesome. Thanks for asking. I wish you guys all Happy New Year. Thanks, Juan. I appreciate it, man. Happy New Year to you too, brother. And everybody else out there in the crypto world. Bueller. Anyone seen Bueller? Oh, got Larry back. Hello?
Can you see me? All right.
Nope.
I'm back. I don't know what happened, but the internet is horrible. Sorry about that.
Yeah, the technology. You know what's this? We're coming into 2023. You think they'd have this shit figured out by now?
I know, for real, boy. I tell you what, it's a good thing that I'll tell you what, Spectrum is lucky that my voice is almost gone, because I feel like calling up and yelling at him right now because I don't understand what else I can do. I had a brand new line put in. Everything was buried, and then they connected it, hardwired it to my server. I have the fastest internet known to man. It's just that I live in kind of a remote area in North Carolina, but But yeah, if you guys are watching in Spectrum, shame on you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But happy New Year to everybody out there. I'm glad to be here. Hopefully the internet hangs in right now. I've closed everything except for Twitter, and I disconnected Patches, and somebody had the TV on downstairs watching Netflix, so I killed that off too. So hopefully it's better.
Man, I mean, you to turn your house upside down to get good internet. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Well, your video is a lot clearer too. So.
Oh, good. Helps. Well, hopefully, maybe everything's okay now. Oh, Sammy's here.
Alex good afternoon, here. Hey, gentlemen. Alex. Yeah, Crypto for Starters. Alex, how you doing, bud? You are also anybody who wants to jump on in here and have a conversation. You guys are welcome to come in. I put the link over in the Telegram group as well. But if not, no big deal. I know everybody's partying today and hanging out with family, maybe traveling. But nice to see you here, Alex. Hey, Alex. That was a good video, by the way, of MMAI, the website, and the minor issue that's going on there, and people want to throw some shade at the website because it's unsecure at the moment. So if you see here up here, it says not secure. So they just didn't put the SSL certificate in here, which is it's a fairly minor thing to accomplish, and they're working on that right now. They're going to have this done apparently within the next day or two. But people were
a minor technicality.
People saw this and were like, "Oh, don't go to that MMAI site. It could be a scam. They could be." It's just, it's people.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, people. It's funny how picky people are. It's like it just amazes me how people are critical of like the little things. Like something like that I would never even noticed. But yeah. So
yeah, it is, and especially for those who aren't really educated on the whole thing. They just see it says not secure, and then somebody's going to say, "Oh, don't click on anything. It's could be malicious." But it's basically they put out this as kind of a demo site, right?
Yeah, it looks nice.
So they're not done with it. But anyway, so that's perception is reality. I guess that's the case here.
Yeah, the graphics are really good. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. The metaverse is coming along really well. And the are you Android or iOS?
Android. Yeah, Android.
Okay. So I don't know if you saw that you can actually download now. If you have the MMAI wallet on Android, you can actually download it on your laptop or your desktop as well.
No, I did not know that. I'll have to give that a shot. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can go to let's see. I got mine here. Oh, I don't know how to get to it.
So the wallet seems to be the main thing that they're working on at this moment.
Yeah, it's the wallet first, because that's really the best thing that most people can use. In order to use the metaverse right now, at least for the next few months, you have to download the file, which is a pretty good size file, and then you need to have a pretty decent computer in order to use it with graphics, right? Let's see. Alex says, "Thanks, man," or "Thank you. Just got off pair of YouTube. Time to spend with family and wife." Oh yeah. You got to spend the time with the wife, make the wife happy. I did see the para YouTube AMA you did. That's pretty cool. Tim, dude, the wallet looks legit. Wish it would. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at videos of other people playing with it, and I'm jealous. It's starting to irritate me now. I wish Apple would get its stuff together and move along a little quicker. Did we lose you, Larry? I think Larry rugged again. Sean, did they update it so it had the seed phrase available? I believe that is coming out. I'm not. It's like I said, it's. I only go off of what I hear from other people since I don't have it downloaded. I can't mess with it. But that's what they're supposed to be doing, is dropping the newest live version of it, and you're not going to have to go through MetaMask in order to play with it and to actually use it. So that's supposed to be happening now in the next. I don't know if it was yesterday, today, tomorrow. I haven't been updated on that yet. All right, we got Larry got rugged again. Hey, Doc, Reverend Shaman says. Oh, Shaman, there you are. Shaman says, "Happy old year, everyone." Yeah, we're still in the old year. And congratulations to Shaman. And who else? Lazy Jedi. And I saw Steve, the Canadian, was on your channel. You started up a new channel. Good for you guys. It's always good to see people branching out and putting themselves out there. I don't know if you guys are going to do specific content or you're just going to talk about stories out there in the world. I think you were talking about Andrew Tate, but great, good job for you guys. It's super cool to see. Go check out Shaman Says' channel. I think it's called Lazy Shaman, if I'm not correct. Hey, Larry.
Well, yeah. Hi. I apologize. There's something major going on with my internet. So what I'm going to do is, while I can still talk on here, I'm going to wish everyone a happy new year. And I apologize, Sean. We'll have to do it again another time, but something's going on. I'm going to actually give Spectrum a call. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but other than we do have a pretty good rainstorm going on right now. So,
Okay.
But happy new year to you and your family and everybody that's watching out there. And hopefully I'll catch you next time when I've got some better internet.
Thanks, Larry. All right. You have a great happy new year as well.
You too. Take care now. Thank you.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tim Shea, I know they were working out the bugs. I was on Twitter last night. There was an issue. No seed phrase, just password. Okay. Yeah. There's still, it's going to take a little bit, right? This is still a long-term play. And the wallet, when I get to use it, I'm fairly excited to do that sometime soon. Catch you later, Larry. Thank you. Yeah, just a stream where we talk about today. Yeah, that's cool. I enjoy it. Right, and especially you don't have to talk about crypto stuff. Obviously, you guys, there's plenty of things to talk about in the world. And one thing I wanted to mention today is FTX. Right now, here he is under house arrest. Sam Bankman-Fried allegedly has moved $684,000 of crypto while he's on house arrest. And this just kind of goes through the them looking through the wallets and tracking them. Right, somebody's tracking every wallet this ever known to be associated with Sam. So this was obviously big news, right? What's he gonna do? Is he able to legally just access all of his funds? I mean, yeah, they may be his funds, but we don't know if they were stolen funds from FTX, if that's where they came from originally. Obviously, they're going to have to do that. To me, very bad look on his part. I don't think he should be. I don't even think he should have access to a computer at this point and have any involvement with cryptocurrencies. But it says he's under house arrest in San Francisco. Revelations suggest that he allegedly cashed out $684,000 from a crypto exchange in the Seychelles. Pseudonymous, I'm saying that wrong, DeFi analyst and educator Bowtied Iguana recently joined all the on-chain dots and presented a compelling conjecture. So this is not proven. Obviously, this is not proven without a doubt. But there is a wallet here that money was moved to that he is known to have taken control over in 2020 or 2021. And that is provable, right? Blockchain doesn't go away. You can't, it's immutable. You can't change it. You can't hide it. And it's public. So this is one of the addresses that he actually took from a Sushi Swap, the founder or whoever was from Sushi Swap. So that's where they're tying it together. How do you guys feel about him even having access to cryptocurrency at this point while he's under house arrest? Austin finally got a burner Android. Yes, I might have to do that. It depends if they're going to tell me it's going to take another month or two. I'll probably just have to buy a cheap Android. He will soon be a fan. Tim Shaman I didn't last long last night. I had to work this morning, so fell asleep. Tim, yeah, long night of work. You know what? I was completely out of the crypto realm and YouTube and Twitter space yesterday. I had at the end of every year we have to basically get all the paperwork that's missing together, and it's quite a feat. So it took a while at work all day. Normally I'll have time to get on Twitter occasionally, once or twice and kind of see what's going on, kind of follow along if there's any major stories. And yesterday that was not possible. And then after work went to play poker with the boys from work. Had a good time. We do that occasionally just to blow off a little steam, have a couple beers and some pizza. Yes, Shaman. Isn't messing with a crypto a condition of his release? It's exactly what I'm saying. That sounds like something he shouldn't be able to access while he's awaiting trial. And actually, he's not. I guess he's technically not really awaiting trial. He's going to plea this coming week, and they're already saying he's going to plead not guilty. So there isn't any. I don't think they're looking for any kind of deal here to be made. He's just going to say, "Yeah, it wasn't me. I didn't do it," or maybe he's going to say, "Sorry, I didn't mean to do it." I don't know what his excuse is going to be. Right? If he's got Caroline and the other guy, already rolled over on him, I think he's kind of screwed. But obviously, he's not going to go in there and just say, "Hey, I'm guilty." Not guilty is the standard. That at least gives him time to try to figure out some sort of a viable defense for it. Right? He shouldn't be allowed to trade. Yes, exactly. It's okay, Tim. Glad you came by at all. Yep, allowed. Gotcha. Android will set you free. Yeah, I'm not. I told the story before. Me and the family, we started off with iPhones years and years ago when they first came out. It was fine. We have kids. The kids used them, and then we decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and switch to Android just to check it out for a couple of years. And we did it for 2 years on a 2-year contract, I believe, on our carrier. And after 2 years, we I honestly, we just sat the boys down and said, hey, how do you feel about it? Do you want to go back to Apple? Do you want to just upgrade, to the newest Samsung? And everybody was in agreement that they wanted to go back to Apple. So Apple it is. SBF has no business touching a computer. Yeah, anything that involves some sort of online financial fraud, you would think that would be a condition, right? And we know he's not allowed to purchase anything over $1,000. So I think moving nearly $1 million worth of cryptocurrency might qualify as something to get him thrown into jail. SBF should not be able to access any crypto funds. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how they would prove that it's actually him that's doing it, or maybe he's instructing somebody. He's got a partner on the side. Maybe his parents. None of this is actually proven. They're just they know that it's one of them is definitely his wallet that's receiving money. Right, Tracy? No trading at all. Yeah. The whole world is but a stage. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Is this just for show? Right? Are we gonna watch this for months and months, and then he's gonna get a slap on the wrist and just go on about his life, while most retail investors on his site will suffer? Need to check out. Yeah. Go check out Shaman's lazy. What is it? Here we go. The Lazy Shaman Show right here. 37 subscribers. Uh-oh. You just live. There you go. I knew you had a couple up there. 87 views. This is good view count right here, just from my brief stint here in YouTube. 87 views for a live stream with 37 subscribers. That's pretty decent numbers. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. You're going to do just fine. And it's fun, right? You're going to build a community. Right? That's the best part of this. The community you build, and then the connections you make. So yeah, I thought this was just outrageous if he's able to just sit at home and move money and play around with crypto. What else do we see today? SHIB developer says Shibarium is entering final. Yeah, and any SHIB fans out there? I'm not necessarily a SHIB fan, but I know Shibarium is very close to being released, and a lot of people are excited about that. Me, I just I don't really doesn't matter to me. It doesn't really solve any of my problems, but hopefully those SHIB holders out there can finally be able to take some profit if that thing takes off. Italy, here we go. I saw this earlier today. Italy passes a 26% crypto gains tax in their new budget. And this may be the way going forward for a lot of countries. Instead of really tightly regulating it, they may just start getting more access to that capital, right? So as you take profits, they're going to take profits themselves. That may be a good way. And 26%, honestly, I don't know what their tax rate is in Italy for normal income tax, but 26% is not terrible here if you're in the U.S. Hey, Tracy, I have no link on Twitter. Oh, you have a link on Twitter. Okay, so go check out Shaman's Twitter. But yeah, it's pretty. It's the Lazy Shaman Show. Are you guys planning on having Steve on all the time? So basically, Knight Templars versus Jews. You always want to get something started. Obviously, that's not something we're going to talk about. But um, Sniff comes in with the tough content. Yeah, we came with no expectations. Yeah, you guys just look like you guys are just having fun, right? And that's the good thing. You're not really trying. You don't have any hard goals, going into it right now. And then you may down the road. And then we'll get the community to support you guys, just like they've supported me from day one. It's been super super cool and humbling, honestly. There you go. There's the link for the Lazy Shaman Show. You guys go check it out. Give him a subscribe. Watch his channel. Watch his videos. All that helps if you're trying to actually build a channel. Subscribe to it. Thanks for posting the link, Tim. Awesome, Tracy. There you go. Got another subscriber. My job is done for the day. I can quit right now. Yeah, Steve is part of the show. It's a tree. Okay, cool. Just couldn't figure out a name that include all three. Yeah, not a problem. Excellent. So, how do you guys feel about Andrew Tate? Is anybody a fan of Andrew Tate? Let's see. Is Bitcoin more popular than Andrew Tate? Let's see. So he was arrested yesterday, I believe, or the day before. It's something, I'm not really going to go over the charges, but it seemed like pretty serious charges. And on the onset, it looks like they were, this is kind of a payback situation. A lot of people don't like him, don't like what he says, the rhetoric he's spews. And I'll be honest, I can agree with a lot of things he says. I don't agree maybe with the way he goes about it. He could be a little bit more educational in his tone, and he's just very, you know what I mean? He's very visceral about his, the roles that men and women play in the world, and it doesn't always come off that great. So a lot of people don't like him at all. He got himself into a spat with Greta Thunberg, who obviously, who I think lives or maybe was in Romania. But anyway, they have an ongoing a little argument over his many cars and the emissions that he puts out. And he brags about it. He bragged about it to her. Now she's just getting the last laugh on him since he just got arrested. So, but anyway, so it looks like they've been investigating this guy for almost a year, for quite a while, for the charges that he's accused of committing. So hopefully it's not true. I mean, I don't want to see a guy, uh, somebody who a lot of people look up to, whether you agree with him or not, end up being just, a really, really bad guy. You produce valuable content, Sean. Of course, I appreciate that, Shaman. Yeah, you've always been here. Everybody's been super cool to me. Happy New Year from Macedonia. Wow, what time is it already? Macedonia, is it New Year's Day there now, or is it still? Are you guys still waiting? I'm trying to piece together in my head where Macedonia is. Well, let's go to the map, Bob. Let's see. Go to the maps. Where is Macedonia? And my internet doesn't want to work. Anybody? Greece. Macedonia, Greece. Excellent. Wow. Yeah, it looks fantastic. I'd love to go there. Love to go check out Greece. Hey, Acid Math. Thanks for showing up, Acid Math. I do appreciate it. I know it's going to be a little skinny today on the views because the people coming in, just because of the day it is. So we support good people. I appreciate that, Tim. I respect some of his views. Sorry, I can't speak and agree with some, but he goes too far with some things. Yeah, totally capable of the things they claim, but the actions by the cops don't make sense. So I'm calling BS. Yeah, yeah. I hope it's BS and he gets and they clear it up. But I mean, if they've been investigating him for a long time for those things, then obviously it's a little more serious than maybe somebody just having him swatted or something, out of spite. Tate is someone they used to appear as a good guy who opposes the system. He won't discuss the cabal and he's pro-Trump, who's a Mason. Man, Sniff, he's so serious. And maybe you know what? Maybe you're correct. Maybe that's the whole situation. I don't know. Controlled opposition. Yes. Yeah. This happens a lot in different countries. In Romania, I don't know what their legal system looks like and what kind of freedoms they have or don't have there. But these are people going to bend the knee to Jesus Christ. Okay. Notice how he said he has over 33 cars. Yes. Yeah. He was bragging, basically bragging to Greta and kind of snubbing her on the whole environmental thing, saying that he loved all the emissions that his car put out, or cars. They love that number, don't they? Sniff 33. Yep. Mocking. Yep. Macedonia is the Balkans. Oh, not Greece. So maybe Macedonia, Greece is a town in Greece. I'm not too familiar with Macedonia. Why wouldn't it come up on my map anyway? Has it disappeared? Macedonia. Maybe here. No, that's in Greece. I don't know. I'm lost. Totally lost. Yeah, Greece is awesome. Yeah, I've seen tons of pictures and videos of Greece. It looks really cool. I'm doing recently, actually currently doing a video on the Republic of Palau, which is a island way out in the middle of nowhere. People used to confuse it as a U.S. territory because they speak English there and they use the U.S. dollar. And the U.S. used to basically kind of control the islands in that area until about 90s sometime, and then they got their independence. So they're pretty much their own country under their own control, and they're actually rolling out with the help of Ripple and XRP their first digital asset use case, which is going to be a stablecoin for them. And they also offer digital residency uh, cards there, or IDs, basically, which is super cool too. They're a very small island nation, about 20,000 people there. So it's always a good test to run into places like that where you can go and test out on a smaller population, but they embrace cryptocurrency there. They're working on a crypto exchange. Obviously, in order to bring funds, they need funds. They're very resource rich there with the ocean, obviously, and very capital poor. So it's really going to help them out. And obviously, we have interest there. I think there's several other countries that have interest there, just because of where they're located. We've agreed to put a road around their entire island. The U.S. did in exchange for a base. If we need to put a base there, or we need to work on some sort of military operations there, that they would agree to that. So we've already got our finger in that pie. I'm in Florida, so it's getting dark here too. Yeah, it is super. It's very bright out where I'm at. Obviously, it's only 3:30. Same here. It's rainy too. Been dark. Yeah, we had some rain, but it hasn't been bad. I mean, the weather, as far as the temperature goes, this full week has not been bad at all. It's about normal, I think, for my area. So, what else have you guys been checking out this week? You know that the Bahamas took control of $3.5 billion worth of FTX's cryptocurrency actually, I believe right after the bankruptcy was filed. So Sam, I believe, tipped him off, and made some excuse about, though, looks like somebody's trying to steal funds out of the FTX, or one of their FTX companies. There are multiples of them, and I think this one was actually formed in the Bahamas. So they may have a right to it, but I think there's going to be a fight coming for that $3.5 billion. They're saying they're going to keep it right now. So that's going to be interesting to watch, right? This whole thing is going to be a great spectacle for 2023. I'm looking forward to it. On the West Coast, 2:30 there. West Coast, they say the West Coast is the best coast. I've lived on the West Coast for a long time. Grew up near Seattle. I've lived all the way down to San Diego and up and down the coast, and it's I don't mind it. Although California, I'm not a big fan of, but the weather was always spectacular. You wish it was 2:30. Yeah. And then you got all day. You still have all day. So I want to talk about a couple of things that happened this year, right? So end of year, going into next year, I think we're all looking at regulation being kind of the big deal of 2023. Some cryptocurrencies, actually, I think a lot of cryptocurrencies are probably going to die off. And now we're going to have to determine which ones are those going to be, right? Do we need 30 different blockchains? Is that necessary for crypto to move forward, or are we going to end up losing some of these? So I'm going to start the next conspiracy for this year and next year, and say we're going to have some blockchain wars where these larger blockchains, and let's look up the blockchains and see what I'm talking about, and see if you guys agree with me. Okay, we've got Ethereum. I'm pretty certain Ethereum's going to be around in 5 years. BNB is, it's only questionable because of Binance and CZ, and the questions surrounding that whole situation there. But it's very big. It's very well used, so I'm going to say it's going to be around. And then we get into Cardano, Polygon. Polkadot does something a little different. Solana, this thing, it's been taking a slide for a while. Avalanche. Are all of these going to be necessary? Are all of these going to make it? So let's say 2025. Does our top 100 coins look similar, or are we going to lose a bunch of these? FTT token, well, that one's going to be gone. Unless somehow they're able to turn that around. Maybe somebody buys them out, and once the bankruptcy proceedings are done, and uses that platform to launch a new token. I don't know. I don't think I would buy it, no matter who's in charge of it. But some of these other ones, Terra Luna, right? Here's one. I know they're building on this. Casper, I think, is going to be around. This is more of a metaverse gaming platform, Decentraland, and works around that. Sandbox, right? These could be, it's hard to say. I think what's going to happen is a lot of these cryptocurrencies are going to be bought up. These projects will be bought by other larger projects and bring them under kind of their household, and move and try to move them forward. Maybe rebrand them, just like they do in the real world, right? In the real business world, smaller businesses get bought out by larger businesses. They acquire them, change the name, take the customer base, and on to a bigger and better year for them. But what do you guys think? Looking forward to 2023. I was thinking about this morning when I was getting up. Like, am I really looking forward to 2023? I don't know. I don't think. To me, this is just my opinion. I don't foresee 2023 being a better year than 2022. I think we're going to see more of the same. I think the pain's going to be there. Inflation's still there. The economy's, we may take even a bigger hit than we did in 2022. As far as housing prices falling, the dollar, the dollar's been good, but I think it's going to come down quite a bit in 2023. Food prices are up, like everything. I just don't see the end of it right now. The only thing that's good at this point is that the recession started, months and months ago. So at least we're further away from the starting date of the recession. They say it averages 18 months per average recession length. So maybe that'll bring us a little bit of happiness to know that at least we're further to the end or closer to the end than we were, months ago. Regulation, yes. Regulation. I know it's a sad thing to think about. It's not very popular in the crypto world, but if we're gonna get through this and come out better on the other side, regulation is gonna have to be established sometime. BNB will be fine. Solana not so fine. Yeah, Solana looks like it's just getting its butt kicked. Seriously, and I know Solana had some, I guess, some serious inner workings with FTX. Even though they said the main dev or the main guy for Solana said that they weren't really interwrapped, so closely like everybody thinks. But I think on reputation alone, they're taking a hit. Awesome Austin is in the house. I appreciate you, Awesome. Happy New Year, Sean. Happy New Year. I can't speak. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you and Fan are having a fantastic time and have a great time tonight. Safe and sane, right? I'm sure we'll hear some fireworks blowing off here tonight. In Idaho, it is still illegal to fire off aerial fireworks. However, let's just say the cops, the authorities, look the other way. So we can buy, very large boxes of aerial fireworks and fire them off. I remember the first year I was here, just a couple of days after we moved into our house. New here to Idaho. We're really excited about what we're going to find and what we're going to learn about the area. And so my first experience was basically getting invited over to a neighbor's house for a fireworks show, and we didn't have any fireworks. Obviously, we literally were just moving in the day before, so we're still kind of getting ourselves together. We don't know anybody in the neighborhood. Neighbors come over and say, "Hey, come over and hang out, have a drink. We're going to shoot off some fireworks." And so we get over there. It's getting dark. My boys, this was 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So they're a little younger. And I've got my drink, my red Solo Cup drink, come over there and we're hanging out and talking to a few of the neighbors. And they start shooting off these fireworks. And I kid you not, you would thought you were at a professional fireworks display. The amount of firepower that they had was amazing. And then about 5 minutes into it, you start to feel the ashes and the leftovers from these fireworks are dropping down and they're filling up dropping in my cup. And then just like maybe 2 minutes into this, they're firing off thousands of dollars worth of fireworks. They had one tip over and fired directly into their garage, where a bunch of kids and some of the women were sitting in the garage, and it was quite a spectacle. But that day I was like, welcome to Idaho. This is the kind of thing that we're doing. I've got somebody who just popped in here. I want to bring him up. John Crispala.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much, buddy. How you doing? Where are you going?
Oh man, just driving around. Have some family that flew in from Pennsylvania, so I'm giving them the whole Seattle spiel.
Ah, nice. You're a tour guide, huh?
I am for the next few days, so I'm happy to do it. Having a good time.
Cool.
Happy New Year to you, man.
Happy New Year to you too, brother. I appreciate that. Appreciate you popping in here.
Oh, I appreciate the invitation. I'm like, let me go stop by and say what's up to this guy.
Yeah, thanks, bud. I appreciate it. So, how's everything going on your end?
Everything's great. Yeah, I heard your conversations with what your projections are for next year and how things might end up being. And it is. I do find it quite fascinating, and but I honestly think, for those that have the ability to DCA, I mean, it's millionaires are gonna be made during this time for sure.
Yeah, if you can get yourself a pretty good bag of some of these, solid projects, like Pando Token, for example, the next year or two could prove to be very, very well, very good for financially for a lot of us.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually feeling pretty happy with how we're positioned right now, and not very many projects have the ecosystem compared to what we have quite going um currently, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to 2023, and especially with all the other opportunities that it presents also for those that have the ability to. And so, yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. I mean, I wish I have a crystal ball, but all we can do is just make good decisions based on current trend lines and where we think is going to be heading, and then just
yeah,
kind of go from
exactly.
there.
Do you foresee actual regulation happening next year, or do you think it's going to get pushed off further?
I I see it. I mean, I would probably say that 2024 would be concrete, but it would have a pretty solid foundation by 2023 based on the current circumstance.
Yeah, so they're going to have to get their hands around, stable coins, probably the first thing, and then I think if Gary Gensler it makes it through January, then I think he's going to start going after all the exchanges.
Man, not if
That
we
way,
start going after him.
yeah, I know. That's what we're hoping for, right? We're hoping for this new Congress takeover and kick his ass out.
Exactly. Well, yeah. So that's another thing too, right? So there's a lot of things in limbo right now. So we just gonna have to wait and see. But at the same time, just dollar cost average on the solid projects that you like.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. My personal philosophy right now is I'm just going to wait a little bit and kind of see which direction the market's going to go before I spend any more money. So I'm kind of hoping. I mean, if it drops further, I mean, it's not what I want, but we'll take advantage of it if it does. But I don't know. I don't know if I foresee a $10,000 Bitcoin. You see a $10,000 Bitcoin?
I mean, anything's possible, right? But I mean, it's got that strong. We're at a strong level. The current support level right now, it has a very strong basis on it. But if
Yeah.
it does break, then it could go down that route.
Yeah,
So that's
you're right.
part of, yeah.
Anything's possible. It's hard to predict. Obviously, we can't predict. We're just going to guess and see. Then see
Yeah.
what happens. Somebody's going to be right. Somebody's going to be wrong. Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of the thing too that I'm sharpening my skills on is sharpening my trading skills. Because if it's going to be going sideways like this, or if it does go down lower, then I need to refine the way I look at these lines and look at some opportunities that I can jump in on a daily basis, or maybe even on a swing trade level.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do in 2023 as well. Try to learn, teach myself how to trade, because I'm not a trader, right? I'm a buy and hold. I'm a hodler. So,
well, man, I'm gonna tip you off then if that's something that's right along your alley. The crypto banter is putting together a free course, and their next class is happening in January, and they're capping out at 4,000. I was one of the batch on their prototype class, and they were hosting. I was part of the 1,000 group class, and it's quite amazing. And I would highly recommend it because they're heavily sponsored on these. I mean, these are the type of courses that they would charge $2,000 to $4,000. But the fact that these exchanges are sponsoring them, it gives the people that wants to take advantage of the course to actually get it for free, and all they have to do really is just get the exchange and use the referral link, and that's it. And I'm like, hey, I can work with that. That's for the exchange, for the knowledge, just to open up an account, through the referral link. Why not?
Yeah, that doesn't sound too
It's
bad.
called Crypto School. Yeah. So yeah, I just look it up. It's called Crypto School from the Crypto Banter. I don't know if you heard of Crypto Banter.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably
yeah.
sub to him.
Okay.
Okay, I'll check it out. I appreciate the info.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's good on your end, my friend?
You know what? I am just I'm trying to figure out my channel. I'm making some changes to the content, and figure out a good schedule for 2023, and kind of put the pedal down a little bit more, and get more content out there, and really work on my channel. So
I think you're doing great things with your existing content. I mean, are you not pleased with some things, or?
Well, no, I'm just trying to figure out basically kind of what the next step is for me in this, in the evolution here. And I'm
Gotcha.
going to work on like a video I'm going to do. I don't want to just sit there, people looking at me and I'm just basically reading off the screen, or, I want a little more interaction, I think, just with my video content, bringing in basically some video overlays, that relates to the content to kind of give, better visual.
Yeah, I thought you've always spoken from the heart, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you're reading off of the screen.
No, well, a lot of the stuff I just have, an outline. But that's kind of, to me, when I watch myself back and I'm editing and stuff, I'm like, man, this looks boring to me. Even though the content I think is fine, it's just I think the visual appearance could be, we could step it up a little bit. And I'm learning a lot from my son,
Gotcha.
who's doing that. So. But that's just, not major changes. I'll probably do maybe a little less on the DGen side, and a little more on the serious, blue chips, and more XRP content, of course, and then working on a Pando project with you, and a few other things, MMAI, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
just trying to firm it up.
I took the last few weeks off, so I know you've been talking about doing an AMA. So we'll definitely hit it off this month once I get back into it.
Yeah, no problem. I was thinking about just shooting you maybe a date for maybe a couple of weeks from now, and just see if we can work around that. Okay, excellent.
That works. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I appreciate it. Right. So Sniff asked, "Do you think Adam will be around?" So I know Adam is Cosmos, and I have not done a lot of research on Cosmos, but I believe it is a blockchain that deals with interoperability. If I'm not mistaken, I've never owned Adam.
I think they are, because my developers have expanded on their wallet also.
So they said they solved the hardest problems facing the blockchain industry. It aims to offer an antidote to the slow, expensive, unscalable, environmentally harmful proof of work protocols like Bitcoin, making blockchain technology less complex and difficult for developers. Demystifies. So it's a blockchain started in 2014 with Tendermint and proof of stake algorithm. So now they're like Ethereum. Project Cosmos Hub, the flagship. Secures cryptocurrency has a role in networks governance, huh? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I've not done a lot of research on this. Not something that I own. Like I said, I always say there's so many different blockchains. How many different blockchains are we going to need? In the next couple of years, how many of them are actually going to be useful and provide utility to the real world?
Well, I always say it's going to be no different than how the era of the internet, right? They had all these .com popping out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden there's the bust. I think we're going to go through that same motion too.
Yeah, I do as well. And I think this year, and I was just saying earlier that, I think maybe it'll turn into, and I'm gonna coin the phrase blockchain wars, where they're going to compete with each other to kind of get that utility, because a lot of these blockchains are very similar. Now they may run on a different proof of version, but they're basically doing the same things. They're allowing other companies to build on their blockchain and utilize their proof of stake or proof of work or proof of what is it? What's the other one? Anyway, I forget. Just like Yeah. Well, proof of stake and proof of work, obviously the two big ones. But those companies, I think, will end up, buying out one another. Basically swallowing up and bringing those into their own house, and and working like that, just like regular business does. The
Right.
big boys buy out the small boys, and that way it gets a lot of the competition out of the market. And I think we're going to see that in the next year or two. A lot of these are going to go away. Some of them may stay around in a different form or under a different name, but I just don't see the need for the top 200 tokens. I think we're going to get down to maybe 100 tokens, and a lot of the garbage is going to be gone. Hopefully by the end of 2023.
It's gonna be a Shark Tank.
Exactly. The week will be eaten. Sean, you're probably right about 2023, but we have a whole year to find out. We do. I think it'll be interesting in the fact that we've got FTX to follow now for probably, and I'm sure this is going to take all year to sort out, and maybe then some. We've got other large crypto companies that are going to fail. And, maybe we might have another half a dozen of those that weed out the market. And this, I think, is going to determine whether cryptocurrency, the whole market cap goes down further or not, is how hard the media pushes the narrative around crypto. Can the media take hold and say, hey, what, it looks like crypto mostly is a scam. And then you got the Elizabeth Warrens out there who are saying, crypto is only used for drug dealers and money launderers. So it depends on the narrative that exists out there in the public. I think that'll determine where we go as far as total market cap in this space.
Yeah, that lady be tripping, man. Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
That woman's a joke.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I'll bet she has absolutely no clue about blockchain or crypto in general. She's just, she takes some talking points from somebody else above her and just pushes that. Crypto Hog is here. Crypto Hog, I appreciate you being here. Congress spending like drunken sailors. Yes. Unfortunately, that is a perennial, is not. That's a statement you can say at almost any time in the last 50 years. They spend because we can print more money, so let's spend more money, which caused the problem that we're in right now. Right, we're not in this recession, and we don't have this hyperinflation if they were not printing money all the time whenever they felt like it. Awesome. Just going through some comments here. Sniff Cosmos should be fine. Yeah, I think they're a big enough platform where they're going to make it. It's a lot of these smaller ones that are going to get shaken out, and then regulation, depends on which ones they're going to label as securities, and then the SEC is going to go after them and sue them. And as soon as they sue them, they're going to fold. A lot of these can't go through the same lawsuit that Ripple's gone through because they don't have the tens of billions of dollars at their disposal. Ask Austin what his favorite ice cream is. Austin, I think we know what Awesome's favorite ice cream is. Yo, Shaman. Fireworks are starting here. Really? Okay, so you're obviously, it's very dark there. It must be close to midnight where you're at. If fireworks are starting already. Hey, Tim and everyone. Yep, Crypto Hog. Appreciate you. Tracy G. Sniff, yeah. Yeah, I think everybody knows what his favorite ice cream is. It's funny. It's never not funny. Kids' dinner is done, so I'm back now. I think I need a nap before the festivities begin. Crypto Realist, appreciate you sticking around and showing back up. Hopefully you have a great time. Safe and sane, right? We never go anywhere. I stay home. I just don't even risk it.
No plans tonight?
What's that?
No plans tonight?
No, we don't do it. We generally don't do anything. We're kind of homebodies, since we got older and, kids are grown, and I prefer just to sit in front of the TV and watch fireworks on the TV than go out and risk getting in an accident or in a bar fight somewhere. You never know. I get a couple drinks in me and I get a little confident, let's say. A little overconfident. get myself into trouble sometimes. Hey, Hog. Bye Gaines. Gensler should be gone. Yeah, there's the big question, right? One of my top 10 questions of 2023 is, does Gensler get fired. I don't know if he gets fired. I think here's my prediction. My prediction is he gets called before Congress to answer a lot of questions about some, very bad things that have been going on at the SEC, and he decides he's just going to quit and move on, so he doesn't
Hey,
have to answer those questions.
hey, Sean, have you? I don't know if this was true or not, but I was reading it sometime a couple days ago that SBF is pleading his insanity. Is there any truth to that?
I have not read that anywhere. It's the stories that I read just said that he plans on pleading not guilty. And that's, that's standard, I think, in his position. His lawyers will say, you plead not guilty. That'll give him plenty of time to, build up some sort of defense. Although with all of well, at least the two other people at the top that have turned on him already, and I'm sure have already given a mountain of evidence against him. Because his basic play at this point was, hey, I didn't know what was going on, right? I wasn't really around all the time. I didn't know what was going on at Alameda Research. I didn't realize they were, reaching into customer funds, maybe I was just not experienced enough, in trading and in these kind of situations, and I just made bad decisions, right? And unfortunately, that's not an excuse, right? That's not a legal excuse as to get out of spending billions of dollars of money that isn't yours, and that they can
that'd
prove.
be crazy if he gets away with it. That would be so crazy. I mean, there's enough evidence out there.
Yeah, I think there is enough evidence, and the one good thing about crypto crime, right, just in general, is that it's blockchain and it's public, and it can't be deleted or erased, right? So you can't hide it. So all of these transfers and purchases and taking money out of certain accounts, customer accounts, and sending it to Alameda Research or using it to purchase other companies, or let's say $500 million worth of Robinhood stock that he purchased. That's all traceable, right?
Right.
There's no way to get around that. So they can. I think there's a lot of proof going to exist. And think about this, and the other side of it, right? All of the other companies that he did business with that maybe weren't involved in the fraud or didn't know about it, right? They're going to give up every bit of information they can to make sure that their name stays out of it, right? Any transactions that came through, any transfers, any swapping of the FTT tokens, right? They're going to be more than willing to play ball and give every little bit of evidence they can. So that they don't get into any kind of trouble. Hey, Chaka Crypto. What's up, Chaka? Haven't talked to Chaka in a little while. Hope you're doing well, bud. See the channel's going good. His channel is doing very well. Actually, everybody's channel is really on the move. That's good to see. Mm-hmm. Did you know that Shaman Says and Lazy Jedi and Steve the Canadian have their own channel now? Joy T, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you being here. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. Hopefully you enjoy it. Stay safe out there. Cool and Chris in the house. Cool and Chris taking a break from Twitter, crypto Twitter. I appreciate you being here, bud. Hopefully your day is going well. Jeremy, Tim, Shaka, Joy, Shaman. Sup, Chris? Everybody saying hi. Appreciate you guys being here. It's a little slow day today on this last holiday of 2022. Kind of glad to see it go. But like I said before, I don't know that I have really any concrete, positive things to look forward to in 2023, because I think we're going to be a lot like 2022. I think we're going to be fighting through this recession and the inflation and the higher interest rates, and there's going to be probably some massive layoffs coming. Isn't there like 2,000 plus blockchains now? There are a lot, Chaka. There's a lot of blockchains, and I'm sure most of them are unnecessary and going to get kicked out of the market here, maybe this year. It would be nice to pare things down to like 1,000 total crypto projects, right? Out of the 22,000 it says is listed, or 21,000 that's on CoinMarketCap. But I don't think that takes into account all of the failed ones, all the rug pulls. I think those are all of the ones that have been started but I don't think that takes into account the ones that have rugged. What do you think, John, on that? The total projects.
Well, I think the ones that have rug, they don't even have a blockchain. I mean, they're all either forks or just.
No, I'm talking about just total cryptocurrency projects in general. You know, the DeFi space and the blockchains and all that. It says, they say there's 22,157 right here. But like I said, I don't think 90%. That takes into account a vast majority of them that have already gone away.
I think 10% is just going to make it.
10%. I think even less than that. I'm going to say 2%.
Yeah.
Which is still a lot. I mean, it's still, 400, 500, projects. Chaka, the technical term is shitcoin. Yes. Metric shit ton. Yes, there are a ton of those out there. Some of them you make money in, and some of them you don't. Some of them you lose your money. It is a casino. Fiat only used for drug deals and money laundering. Yeah, I know. They never want to admit that part, right? When they're talking about crypto in Congress and they say, yeah, money launderers and criminals use it to hide money and all that. They never want to admit that that the dollar, the U.S. dollar, is the widest criminal tool, the widest used criminal tool, on the planet is the U.S. dollar.
They don't even talk about the wire fraud, especially with all the housing transactions, with all the scammers posing as escrow, intercepting hundreds of thousands of dollars per transactions. They don't talk about all that.
Yep, exactly. There's so many ways you can use fiat, in the U.S. dollar as for, criminal enterprise. Most politicians have no idea what they're talking about for much of what they say. Yeah, and you can tell when they're talking that they've never researched cryptocurrencies or blockchains, or use cases for them at all. And they do the same thing that the media does, and they only look at price action. They don't look at the underlying technology of anything that they're talking about.
Well, it would be nice if they can shed some light on that side of, the show.
Yeah, but they're not going
to. Yeah. Hopefully somebody just, I don't know, but some way, somehow, somebody's got to expose it, for the public to see and make them realize that these guys are a freaking joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. Jeremy, Crypto Real says, hi, John.
What's up, Jeremy?
It's a degen neighborhood. Yeah. And you know what's, there's a lot of degen plays out there that are fun to do, right? They're fun to throw your a few bucks into, see if you, see if you get a payday or not. But a lot of them, here's one. And I know a lot of people who follow my channel were into stable fund, right? Until they finally rugged, for the second time. And I think they're gone for good right now. So that was sad to see. But it was inevitable. I knew it was going to happen at some point, and now they're gone. So now we look elsewhere to throw a few $100 at and see what we can do. Not going anywhere.
Yeah, I saw that video you made about that. That's kind of a bummer. I mean, you've got a pretty strong following from that community alone.
Yeah, and I knew I'm going to lose some subscribers over it, and that's fine. I get it. They're into certain projects, and that's what they want to listen or what they want to hear, and sometimes they go away, and we got to move on. But they
I think you've been pretty honest, though. You're not getting hate from that, are you? I mean, from most of the comments that I've heard.
I've had one or two people make comments, about shilling a scam or whatever, but I am very upfront about the risks involved, and that this is just for fun. Right. This is a slot machine that I'm pulling on here, a couple $100 in, you might lose your money, or you're probably going to lose your money, as I tell most people at some point. So make sure if you're playing it, take your profits and move on. Because at some point they're going to rug. And that's what they did. So, and it's the same playbook. Stable Fund was unusual in that they were very elaborate. Right, they did a lot of things, and they built that community up, and they spent money on advertising and marketing. They built a DeFi wallet or a decentralized wallet. and everything was going fine, and they really gave you that good sense of security there, even though we know at some point it was gonna implode, because you
Mhm.
can't pay 1% per day forever, because it's just not possible.
Right.
But then
Yeah, but they were paying. Weren't they paying like 1.5 or 2?
well, they were doing 1.5 in the beginning, and then they finally admitted that that wasn't possible, and they needed to switch it to a stable coin because people were um, flooding the project and causing massive sell-offs of their on their platform. So it was causing problem. Basically, what happens is all of these projects they're basically Ponzi nomic situations, right? Once new money stops
Right.
coming in, then they're eventually going to die off. So what they do is they start blaming the community for their problems and say, well, see,
Mhm.
you guys are talking negatively, and that's causing people to exit the project, and we don't have enough money to work with now. And so they're just blaming the community for the reason that they're going to rug, in the near future. And that's the same playbook. Stable Fund used that as well. So they were getting threats, and the refunds weren't happening fast enough, and people were upset that they were rolling over V2, which obviously was a setup for them. Because if you roll all of those funds that they owed to people into V2, they automatically lock for 63 days. So they don't actually have to pay out anything just yet because they didn't have the money, which is why they didn't do all the refunds up front. So because they didn't have the money. And then at the end of the day, they're like, okay, it's gone long enough. Now we're out.
So did you get your refund or?
No, I rolled mine
No.
into V2. I was going to refund, but I mean, now I would have assumed I wouldn't have got a refund anyway. And I figured, well, you know what? It was for content. I already wrote the money off. So we'll, see how far we can take it. And it went 1 week and it was done. Once V2 started, 1 week and it was over. So it was a bummer, but not, like I said, it was expected at some point. I was just hoping it was going to go a few more weeks. I could have cashed out a little bit more. Crypto realist, yeah, he's basically doing the same thing I do. Have a cornhole bag tourney with the family later. Nice. Youngest daughter staying with a friend. Yeah, we don't. I used to go out. We used to go out and party on New Year's, but not anymore. I was going to go out, but I decided to stay home and not waste my day tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. So shaman, yeah, that's the byproduct of having a great time. New Year's Eve is spending the next full day in bed, wishing you had one less drink. SBF may have a mental condition, but is not insanity. Yeah, yeah. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think they're gonna try to do insanity plea. It wouldn't make any sense. Shaman, I stopped partying like that a long time ago. Yeah, yeah. I could recover pretty quick, back in the day, but as you get older, you just don't recover. SBF is.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Yeah, you just feel it too much. And you're like, nah, it's not worth it. Every once in a while, you have to put your body through the test, though. You got to do a little too much, and then you get, okay, this is why I don't drink that much anymore.
One thing that I'm coming to realize is if you want to reduce the hangover, you got to spend more in the quality of liquor that you're buying.
Yeah, I've had a lot of revelations on that. I used to bartend, for a little while, and so yeah, obviously anything with sugar in it. So if you can mix your drink with something that's water based, something that's not sugar based, you're going to have a much better time the next day. So sugar is a big hangover starter, and obviously drinking water, before you go to bed and all that kind of stuff that usually helps. But I mean, if you drink enough of anything, you're gonna feel it. Your
Right.
that's your body telling you something. Yeah, when it lasts over one day,
Mhm.
after it's time to quit. Man, if it lasts more than one day, you really had a good time. Homesick, actually, kid. Homesick. Oh, you got a sick house right now, Chaka says. Kid brought home the flu from wrestling practice and graciously gifted it to good old dad. Nice. The gift that keeps on giving, right? The flu. Yeah, my son brought his home from college, and then the wife got sick, which she rarely gets sick. So it was a bit unusual. So yeah, we kind of had the same situations. Fortunately, so far I've missed it. I have a long-winded story about one time afterwards, hungover, voluntold to help clean up a Girl Scout camp with the first sergeant. Had to have them pull the van over twice before we even got there. I've got a few stories too, and just a quick one. My first foray into vodka. I woke up the next morning on somebody's lawn, face down near a puddle of my own vomit. Yeah, there was quite an experience that I will never forget. I basically I had to get up and just walk down the street to figure out, like, where am I? Like, what town am I in? It was weird. Next time they should wrestle with face masks. Yes. Yeah. I don't know if that close contact is a face mask is really going to help. That would be funny to watch, though. Face mask. The rest of the day was just as eventful. I can imagine. Yeah. If you got to pull over twice.
It would help for the person's house.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds horrible. It was. What up, Everett? Lazy Jedi. There's the other one with the new YouTube channel, Lazy Jedi, Shaman Says, and Steve the Canadian got their own. Congratulations on getting your channel up and running. I saw you guys were having a little technical.
Steve came out with one?
Yeah, Lazy Jedi and Shaman Says, and they have Steve the Canadian on, so the three of them have a channel. It's called the Lazy Shaman Show. So you have to go check it out. Go sub to them. They've got 2 live streams up right now. So yeah, they jumped in with both feet on that one. Hey, Lazy Jedi. What's up, Lady Jedi? Lazy. That's funny. They're saying hi. You said it twice. Jeremy, Tim Shaman, Crypto Realist. Everybody's still saying hi there. Don't know it was sent twice. Oh, Wrinkle in the Matrix. Yep. Hey, Smith. It's Summers. What's going on? It's Summers. I appreciate you showing up. Hopefully you're having a great time. Hope your channel is still doing well. I haven't had a chance to get over and visit. Same Wrinkle that is attacking Tate. Yeah, I know Tate likes to say that, yeah, it's getting attacked by the Matrix. I'm not so sure about that one there, Shaman. Yeah, it seems like Andrew Tate might be in some trouble this time. I figured you'd try to write it quick the second time autocorrected. Yep. Love autocorrect. Hey, it's Summers. Hey, Summers. Mo Gotti in the house. Mo Gotti, hi, fam. I appreciate you showing up here. We're just kind of chatting. Oh, John cut out on me. He's on his way back. I appreciate you being here, Mo Gotti. Hopefully your Saturday and your New Year's Eve is going well. While that would have been a fair assumption, I applaud you for thinking this way, but alas, that's funny, Jeremy. Hey, Gotti. Hey, Mo. Hey, Shaman. You Steve Lazy started up a channel. Yep, they did. The Lazy Shaman Show. And they're pretty good, actually. They're good, on camera. Sometimes you get up there and you think it's going to be fine, and you start talking and you don't know what to say, and you feel goofy, and you're very you're kind of what's the term, self-conscious of what you look like and what you're saying and how you sound and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's good to throw yourself out there like that. Really teaches you what you're made of. Builds up a lot of self-confidence as well. It certainly has for me, even though I wasn't a shy person before, and I'm fairly confident, but getting on camera and kind of throwing yourself out there like you do when you have a YouTube channel was definitely a good thing for my personal growth. What about you, John? Oh, I think John's rugging again. Yeah, we all did an official first show last night. Yeah, I got to watch part of that. Who's Tom? Who's Tom? I don't know who Tom is. Been called worse. Tim. Oh, yeah, he was referring to Tim. I've called people worse. Nice. Yeah, I'm guilty of the same. Shaman, I just subscribed and notifications are on. Excellent. Nice job, Chaka. Hey, Rowena. Appreciate you being here, Rowena. Happy New Year, everyone, and Happy New Year to you too, Rowena. You guys must be where you're at. I'm assuming you're close, if not already in the new year. Awesome. Appreciate it, Chaka. Happy New Year's, Rowena. Everybody saying Happy New Year. Shaman and Tim. What do you guys think about the upcoming OPTX launch? Yeah, we haven't done a lot of the DGen play here. I just talked about Stable Fund a little bit of how they rugged. That was very nice of them. It was a very gracious email that Michael sent, or what we're assuming his name isn't, about how he's very, very sorry. He loves everybody very much and appreciates us giving him a chance to take all of our money. So, I guess on to the next one. It is what it is. Stable Fund. We knew these OPTX, I'm sure at some point is going to rug as well, or they're just going to fail, right? Which it doesn't matter to me either way. Once it's gone, and you're just on to the next one. So OPTX launch is coming up. I think DeFi Do said it may be a day or two late because the main the front end developer was sick, so he wasn't going to try to push them. So probably over the next week or so it'll launch, and we'll see. I'm not selling anything. I'm just hanging on to it. It's not really, I've only got 1,100 tokens or something right now, so it's not really worth it for me to sell. So I'm just we'll just wait to see how that DGen play works out. Hopefully it does, and I can earn a little bit extra cheese on that one, and I'll be fine. I'll be covering that in a video here as soon as OPTX launches. I'll throw another video out, and we'll see where we're at. And hopefully it'll last longer than V2 of Stable Fund, which was probably 12 days. So that would be nice, more than 12 days. There's the Lazy Shaman show. I'm 48 seconds behind. Uh-oh. Did you see Austin post a rare muff he found for the A-team? I did not see that. Beaver muff. Okay. I did not see that. 40 minutes to 20. Okay, 40 minutes. Nice. Do you guys fire off fireworks there? Obviously, the big cities and stuff do, but, as simple residents, do you guys go out and buy fireworks and fire them off in the streets at midnight like we do here, the good old U.S.? Or maybe they fire guns. I live in Idaho, so I think everybody's got a safe full of guns in their house. Are you finally about to catch up to the... Oh, sorry, yeah. Rowena's so glad I didn't get in... Yeah. Yeah, if you didn't get out, did you get a refund? If you got a refund, fantastic. Good for you. Caught up now. There you go. Tim Shea, no refund for me. He rugged all the folks like me that were in Dragon's Den as well. Dragon's Den, yes. Yes, the NFTs. Karma will get him at some point. And actually, the amount of money that I think that he got away with, or presumably got away with at this point, somebody's going to find him, right? They already know who Hells is. Hells has been identified. Somebody asked me, hey, here's his real name. Do you want to, are you going to go after him? And I said, no, I'm not. That's not me. I know what I'm getting into. I know these things are likely Ponzi's and likely rug pulls, which is why I stress the risk factor, right? Right. I just want to say, hey, these things are risky. You're probably going to lose your money. So if you decide to get in and hit that DGen play and roll the dice, take your profits as quickly as possible and move on. They don't ever last. None of them, not one, has lasted. Okay, if you can tell me one of these DGen plays that have lasted, that's paying, 1% or 2% or whatever crazy interest they're or ROI they're talking, then I don't think you can, because they don't exist. I don't personally, but everyone else. Okay. All right. So that's probably a worldwide thing as far as most of the world goes. We shoot our guns at midnight. Yeah. In your neck of the woods, since your internet's probably going to be out, you guys have nothing better to do than shoot off your guns. I'm sure we'll hear some gunshots around here as well. Although you firing off your guns in the city here is a crime for sure. And you might get a knock at the door by one of the local officials. Mo, I hear gun shoot at midnight, but I'm saving my book. Yeah. Yeah, hang on to that. We don't have guns in Ireland. You got yeah. We've got an abundance of them for a reason, though. Most of us have a reason for it. Or you may have guns, but you don't have them like we do. Yeah, I don't know. You guys an open carry state? Because we're an open carry state as well. Yeah, and I work with plumbers, and I see plumbers come into our shop sometimes with a sidearm, just just strapped. I'm like, are you running into a lot of criminals out there on the street when you guys are, digging holes and laying pipe? I don't know about that, but they do. And I taught my kids, here, you don't do the road rage thing because you have to assume every single person that you come across has a gun on them. What about the story of funds being held by MMAI being released and everyone getting refunds? That's a good story. I mean, I enjoyed that story. Does it have a happy ending? I doubt it. The website's down. Everything's gone, right? There's no trace of stable fund any longer. Let me open up here. Let's see, where's that? Here is the stable fund. Now, this was supposed to be a decentralized exchange platform, right? And it is now gone. What else did we have? Oh, here we go. This is a new one. Stable Fund has stopped their operations. If you're recently to deposit your funds, currently waiting for a refund, we will be creating a landing page. This is the story that Tim's talking about. We have closed all of our social media platforms and we'll be updating you via email once the landing page for refund is created. We will be refunding everyone who is owed a refund and stand by that. So this is ambiguous, I believe, because I opted for V2 just like Tim Shea did. And so are we not going to get a refund because we didn't opt for a refund? Or is he going to refund everybody who is missing funds? That we don't know. Honestly, I'm giving this a 10% chance that they actually do a landing page to pay people back, and then a 1% chance that if they do pay people back, that it would be the correct amount. So no love from me, and no hate either. I mean, it is what it is, right? We get into these things, we know what they are, right? You're not going to jump in the water and say, I can't believe I got wet, right? You got wet. It's water, right? This is degen. That's what happened. So yeah, also basically all of their platforms are done and social media. So there's no way to contact them at all. And they want it that way. So now they're scrambling to figure out. So there was a couple $1 million, I believe, held on MMAI of stable funds money that they said was, how did they word it? Because people were complaining to MMAI about stable fund, about it being a scam and all this stuff, MMAI decided to freeze their wallets. Whether that's true or not, we have no idea. But I guess we'll see. Time will tell. But I won't be doing any more stable fund content, at least, probably never. So for those of you who followed me for stable fund, I'm sorry. Hopefully you don't go and you'll stick around for whatever content I have coming. Wow, I'm way behind on the chat. So Tim Shea, yeah, I feel the same way you do. Tonight's when Ireland produces all the rainbows that will be used throughout the coming years. Excellent. This is why we need authentic KYC and audit companies that we can trust in the DeFi space. We either self-regulate or get regulated. Well, we're going to get regulated. They're not going to allow anybody. No large government out there is going to allow us to self-regulate because we can't do it, right? We're humans and we're pigs and we're thieves and we're greedy. Unfortunately, when you're talking about the financial side of things in the DeFi space, all of the bad side of the human condition comes out. And sure, you can have charity and community and all that stuff, but unfortunately, it's the few. Maybe it's just the few at the bottom who try to get away with stuff, or who try to rug and steal people's funds and all that. That's what causes regulation. But unfortunately, if we could regulate ourselves, we would, but we can't. That's just my opinion, but I don't have a very high opinion of humans, if you can tell, right? We're always reduced to the lowest common denominator. But an authentic KYC and audit company, yes, would be very useful. First rule of thumb for me is if they're not doxed, if you're dealing with a project that sounds great, that has a good white paper and the website's fantastic, and they're saying all the right things and holding AMAs every other day, but they don't ever show their face. You don't ever know their name, where they're from, what their real experience is, right? That's red flag number one, and it's usually the biggest one. To me, there's only one reason people don't want to show their face and don't want to have their real identity out there, right? And that's because when something goes wrong, they don't want to be held accountable. That's it, right? They can complain and make excuses about, oh, I've got a family I got to protect, and it's dangerous, and I don't want people to come to my house and stuff. And nobody's asking for your home address, right? I mean, a face is fine. You actually on camera, and you actually doxing yourself to an audit company where at least they have that information, so that we know that there may be some sort of accountability if things go bad. So when I see a non-doxed dev team, that's the biggest red flag. I'm not saying I won't throw money at it if I think I can make a little money, but I just assume at some point they're going to rug. Yes, Jeremy, that's what I mean. Damn, I read it wrong. Shaman. Rowena, are you at the pub? No, I'm not. Yeah, Tim Shade doubts it. Yep. That's St. Patty's. Tonight is Rainbow making like elves on Christmas. I stopped going to the pub on New Year's. Yeah, going to the pub on New Year's is probably a great time to get into trouble. Well, about to start some family things for a bit. Catch you guys later. Hey, Jeremy, I appreciate you showing up. You guys have a great night. I'm probably going to wrap it up here pretty soon anyway. Have a safe and fun night, everyone. Appreciate you, Jeremy. Shaman, I'm familiar with St. Patrick's Day. Yes, we're very familiar here because that's just another date, another excuse to drink here in the U.S. Later, Jeremy. Jeremy, you have a happy New Year, sir. I do appreciate your support always, and look forward to talking to you. Happy New Year, Jeremy. Sean just found the story a little amusing. Yes, the whole story is crazy, right? Stable fund, and like I said, all of these have the same characteristics, right? And once they're getting ready to go out, they start blaming the community for their problems. All the FUD going around. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. I was disappointed, but not surprised. I understand these are DGen plays with high risk, but as long as there's no accountability, bad actors will continue to scam folks, right? So Mo Gotti here. So here's the situation, and I was talking to somebody else the other day about this. Like, well, why do you get, if you know that they're going to rug at some point, or that it's not really a legitimate project, or possibly not a legitimate project, why do you put money into it? And for me, it's the same as going to a casino, right? Going into a casino that there is a very high chance that you're going to get your ass kicked when you get in there and you start gambling. You throw money on the tables. You're playing blackjack and craps and roulette and the like, and slot machines. There's a very high probability you're going to leave there with less money than when you started. That's why those casinos exist. That's what built those casinos. When you're into these DGen plays, that's the exact same thing. There's a chance you can make money. There's a chance you can profit. And some of these, there's a chance you can make, a lot of money. But there's also a very high chance that you can lose your money, right? And so for me, it's about kind of that risk. It's risky, which I don't know how to frame it. You get pleasure from that kind of risk, right? That thrill of, I may make a lot of money, I may lose a lot of money, I don't really know, right? So that's why I get into it. Why other people get into it, I can't venture a guess. I can't speak for everybody, but that's what causes me to get into it. And also because we're in a bear market, my other 95% of my crypto is in my ledger, and it's in blue chips and very, very solid projects that are going to be around, I believe, for the next, long term. And they're not going to rug. But I'm going to take some money and I'm going to throw it into these DGen plays for fun. And then obviously I've got a YouTube channel. And so it helps with content as well, because I know that people like that, right? It's human nature, right? We want to gamble, right? We want to gamble on something and win, of course. And then we want to unfortunately complain, when the gamble doesn't work out in your favor. Not that I'm saying you're doing that. I'm just saying this is what happens, right? Everybody gets in, pie in the sky ideas. They don't really do any real research. They don't understand why the devs aren't doxxed. They believe everything they hear, 1%, 2%, 5% a day, right? This is not sustainable, especially if they're telling you they have some secret trading bot that most likely isn't real, or it's not as effective. Trading bots are real. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have them and can be profitable with them, but they're not as efficient or as effective as a lot of these devs want to say they are. But everybody just goes in and blindly believes everything that they hear because they like the person who's saying it. And Michael, and I'm sure that's not his real name, but the dev Michael was very likable, right? And he was very human, and he was kind of very open. If you believed everything he said, and you wanted to believe him, and I want to believe him as well. I want to believe all of these projects out there that that they have good intentions and they're gonna actually do what they say they're gonna do. But in the back of my mind, I know that they're not doxxed. Okay, that's problem number one. They're giving claims that are really too much for reality. And I can process it. I know these things aren't real for the most part. So I'll get in for fun. Long story longer. that's why I get into it. So, but you have to take the risk, right? They're not going to pay out 1%, 1.5%, 2%, and you have no risk there, right? If they were totally above board and they were paying you 1 or 2%, like clockwork for years and years and years, right? There's no real risk for you. So therefore they wouldn't be paying you that, right? If it was an absolute slam dunk, 100% true project, they would be paying you 0.25% maybe a day, right? Because they're giving you very little risk, right? So you're going to get little reward. That's how it works. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm being too honest. Yes, Mo, you did. Did you try Yield Robot? So Yield Robot's another one out there. And I know I gave you an answer. I think, Tim, you said, what did I think about Yield Robot and was it Healthy Fund? And I said they're the same. To me, that's the same risk. It's the same amount of risk. You're never going to know who the devs are. The returns aren't sustainable. They never really are. But we want to think that they are. And I would love to have one that actually runs for a year or two. That would be awesome. I just don't think we're ever going to see it. Tim Shea, no, sir, stayed away. Loving the stream. Crypto Queen 33, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you saying that. Loving the stream. I know we're a little light today because everybody's out partying and getting ready for New Year's. Mo, I got in on the first day. Take profits every day in about 15 days from getting my. Excellent. Hope it works out for you, Tim. Let me know. Obviously, you're going to keep me posted on how that happens. Me, I'm not putting any more money into anything right now. I'm waiting to see what the market's going to do after the first of the year. And as far as the DGen plays go, I'm in the OPT. I'm an Optimus right now, and I'm going to kind of see how that plays out the next week or two as well before I decide to throw a little more money at something else. Hey, Crypto Queen. Oh, Gotti, Tim Shea, good luck, brother. Michael, or whatever his real name is, sounds like he really believes he's telling the truth. I heard his recording when he shut things down. So I don't know if I heard the recording of that one. I just read his speech, basically. He always sounded like a reasonable person, who was being honest. But I just don't think his whole project was honest. I don't believe he was making the returns he said he's making. The problems that they were having, I don't believe that those were the problems. And there was definitely a reason why they structured the refund / rollover the way they did, because he didn't have the money. He said he had the money. He said he was taking his own money and putting it up into Stablecoin USD. And then he complained about that, on his way out, that, hey, he's losing lots of money. And I never got why he was losing lots of money. If he was making the returns that he was claiming on a website, it was anywhere between 2 and 4% every single day he was claiming that they were making on their trading. Well, if he was making that kind of money, he's not losing anything. He's actually making money. So it's just you know, something wasn't right. You know, there were something that he just wasn't saying. Sean, apologies, brother. I got rugged. No signal in downtown. Thanks for having me on. Happy New Year, everyone. Make money in 2023. Yes, sir. Thanks, John. If you hear this again, I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy New Year, John. Chris Spalla. I'll be having John on for an AMA in the next couple of weeks for Pando Project, if any of you guys know about that. Something I am into. Definitely got some Pando tokens, and I will be doing some staking and running one of their, actually probably a couple of their nodes on basically using excess broadband or bandwidth for internet access, right? And it's basically going to be in like a decentralized platform where you can, it uses excess bandwidth or bandwidth that your computer uses or is not using while your computer's on. Excuse me, I can't speak right now. But anyway, I'll go into that project later at another time. I'll be doing other videos about it. I had about 180 S rocket and sold all of them for around $100 mark. Wow, nice. That was a good play. I only had a few. I did sell some, but I got kind of lost out with that one as well. A couple $100. Wasn't too bad for me. I didn't really get into it seriously. Played the game, got paid. Sorry for all the lost money. Still, yeah, I'm sorry too. And you know, when I tell you, like, we understand the risk we're getting into when we get into these projects. I mean, that doesn't shirk responsibility from the developers, right? And unfortunately, and this is just me because I'm kind of a pessimist, I believe 90% of these developers put these projects together. They know what they're doing. Their intention is not to go long term. Their intention is to make it as far as they can and make as much money as they can before they have to shut it down. That's how they all work. They're all based on Ponzi-nomics. And now maybe they're not 100% Ponzi. Maybe there's some sort of income stream there that they can actually push into it. But the second you have new investors stop coming in, that's the second that project starts to die. Okay, because they can't pay it out forever. Whatever ROI they're offering cannot exist forever unless they have legitimate sources of income. And they have to prove those in order to stave off the FUD that ends up coming around when they don't prove those kind of things. So, but yeah, so I don't mean, you know, when I don't mean to sound callous about, you know, people getting rugged and people losing money, but I just want to, you know, I always make sure that I overemphasize the risk factor. Like, it's just, these are risky. We know that they're not going to last forever. You know, get in, get out, you know, get your profits and get out, or get your profits and then play on house money kind of thing. So that's what I wanted to convey there. I don't want to be heartless. It sucks that people lost money. I know that people put money in that they couldn't afford to lose, and you see it all the time, and it's unfortunate in this space. But people do that, I think, you know, out in life in general. They over purchase, they extend themselves with credit too far, and then something happens in their life, you know, they lose a job or some medical emergency or something, you know, God forbid, happens to them. Then they just don't have that money, that backup to pay those bills, and then they're overextended, and that's how people get into bankruptcy. But not that you needed a financial lesson. ASMR fan, hey Sean, thanks for showing up, fan. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you and Austin are doing well today. Austin popped in here a little bit a little while ago. Excuse me. Hey Tim, John, Rowena says hi fan, hi fan. So you got in here at the last minute. I don't know. There's too much else to talk about. I was just going through Stable Fund, you know, one of my more popular video series and content on my channel has rugged version 2. So that was sad to see. But, you know, just explaining that we know these things are going to happen, right? We know this DeFi space, and I use the term loosely, DeFi. This is not DeFi. You know, Optimus and Stable Fund and, you know, yield nodes and all these kind of things this not real DeFi, and it's not even investing. It's gambling, right? You're just throwing your money out there hoping you getting something back. So just be honest with yourself. That's all I ask everybody. Just be honest with yourself about where you're putting your money and the expectations that you have on that, and have a plan. Even if you get into a blue chip, right? And this is not financial advice, but if you're throwing money out there, hopefully you put a plan together that says, hey, I'm entering at this point. If it reaches, this price, I'm going to pull, maybe my initial out, or I'm going to pull a little bit of profit out, and just have a plan in place and stick with that plan. And that will do you well, as you move through this, crypto investment. Fan. I was cleaning up and it hit me that you were on. A bit late. Nope, no problem, Fan. I knew it was going to be a little light today because just because of the holiday. Hopefully, after this, I can get back to bringing in a full house. That's kind of what I'm going to be working on for this next year, 2023. Mo Gotti says the Crypto Smith agreed. What's your take on plays like PGV, True Seekers? I don't know what UP is and EMP. So EMP money, I do know a little bit about that one. But and I'm going to say besides Truth Seekers, because Truth Seekers is a real company that's going to have a real product, and people can subscribe to that product, which is basically a wallet watcher, and you can watch any wallet, and you can get updates, and you can get notifications anytime something sketchy or something whatever if then happens. You're going to get notified of that. So that is a real product, and I do like it. I don't like the back and forth and the way that the CEO, basically the face of the company, talks to certain groups. And I didn't like to hear that there's a lot of people out there who think Truth Seekers is basically bullying, or their minions out there are bullying other projects and asking them, hey, how come you're not having an audit from Truth Seekers? Are you guys a scam? Do you have something to hide? And basically trying to browbeat them into using their platform. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard. That didn't sit well with me, but that may not even be the truth. Prosperity Gem Ventures. I know the guy is doxxed. Manny, I think, is his name. And it looks like they're actually showing their trades, which is a good thing. So they may have, some legs. They may last 6 months or a year. My only concern with them is that on multiple occasions, Manny has stated that they have never lost a trade, that they have 100% trading record, which to me sounds fishy, right? I mean, does it sound fishy to anybody else? If I were to tell you that, I'm doing all of these multiple trades every day and I've never lost a trade, right? That just, to me, that's not really possible. But for Mo, just for your sake, anything that's offering you a daily return, you have to know that that's not going to last forever. None of these are going to last forever. They're all going to go away. It's just how long can they last? That's the game, right? That's the game we're playing. Hey, Shaman. Hey, Fan. Definitely gambling plays. Yeah, it is. And I would, would be nice. I would prefer if you guys just watch me get into it, lose my money. That way you guys aren't losing money. But I know, right? We're humans. We like to gamble. It's the thrill of the gain and the thrill of the loss. That's what draws us into these things. I was just scrolling the chat. You guys have a channel. Yes, they do have a channel. I had it up here earlier. It's called the Lazy Shaman Show. And they do quite well. Andrew too. I don't know if that I know you, but I appreciate you showing up. Hopefully your day is going well. Hopefully you're having a great New Year's Eve. Hey, Andrew. Anybody else have any other questions on projects? Hello, Andrew too. I only recognize you since you beat me at marbles. Oh, nice. Was that on 2Bits channel? Yes, ma'am. Yep, they've got a channel. TS and similar to Presend with real projects. True Seekers in similar to Presend with real product. Yeah. I do like their product, and that's good for a crypto company to come out with a real product that they can sell, or they can offer a subscription to, and they can really kind of make money, right? There's income there, so you can actually see use case for a token, and maybe some future price movements in the north direction. PGV isn't taking any more investors, right? PGV stopped taking on investors. And maybe that was smart of them to do that to where they're just not going to get too big, just in case something happens. Like they're just not, maybe he's hedging. But again, I'm gonna, and I don't even think this is going out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'll say it, that they're not going to last forever, right? If they lasted 6 to 9 months, I would be shocked. There's always a problem somewhere. Fan Austin stream was out of control. He was talking about muffs. Yeah, I have to go back and watch because that's the second time somebody's mentioned that. Beaver muffs. Yeah. Beaver muffs. Oh, you've been labeled a snitch, Rowena. Uh-oh. You know what happens? At Beaver muffs. Yes, let's get that trending. I just need them to last long enough to help me accumulate some blue chips. Yeah, I hear you there, right? That was my plan with Stable Fund, was to take that $300 every week I was getting, or I was going to get, and buy more, XRP and Matic and things like that. Shaman Fan is my girl. I need to tell her. Yeah, the girls got to stick together. Lazy, you see his tweet about the rare muff he got on the A team? Oh, man. Maddie B in the house. Maddie B, thanks for being here. I appreciate you showing up. Hopefully your day is going well. You're losing all your money on terrarium. Well, I am too. My bag of terrarium was worth thousands of dollars, and now I think it's less than $100. But I'm not going to sell it because there's no reason to. There's no reason to take that $68 or whatever it is right now. I'll see what happens. We'll hang on and we'll see what happens with the blockchain. But I was right on point when I stated that everybody was waiting for the exchange to come out, and they thought it was going to moon, right? We're going to moon this exchange, come out, we're to the moon. And I said, you're not going to moon because the exchange doesn't require you to hold any token. So there's no reason for people to purchase terrarium. And the exchange came out, and obviously it only can be used in India and in Dubai or the UAE. At this point. So it's a small community that can use it, and good for terrarium. They did deliver on date, which was nice, and congratulations for that. But you saw the price action went in the wrong direction because people were expecting a pump, and when you defy those expectations, people tend to take that negatively, and then they sell because they're emotional and they don't know what they're doing. Instead of just hanging on to it, right? Just hang on to your tokens until there's actual use case for the token. So I'm sorry, Maddie B, that you're losing all your money in terrarium. Hello to all is similar. Yeah, I know what you meant. Hey, Maddie. Hi, Tom. He means Tim. That's the second one. Tom, Tim, whatever. He'll go by anything. Just call him the mayor of Crypto Town. Maddie. Hi, Shaman. No, Tim, but I will be checking it out. Austin talked about coffee all day. Yeah, I did. I was watching when he was talking about coffee. Let's see. What did Austin say? Austin said, actually, I think he drives 15 minutes, somewhere to go get a cup of coffee. And he said ASMR fan asked him if he was stupid. And he said, yes, I'm stupid. So now hopefully he's making coffee at home, maybe saving a few dollars and some gas money. Tim, you should take that as a sign. Yeah, change your name to Tom. That's twice. Yep, Tim Tom, exactly. I have no idea what beaver muffs you guys are talking about. I missed the stream. Yeah, maybe you don't want to know. Girl power. Looks like I need to go back and watch. No, don't do it. No, you're not. Okay, yeah. There's no point. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but I've got a bag, and I'm just going to hang on to it until their blockchain, if they're able to pull that off, their blockchain comes out, and see what happens then. Maybe I can recoup some of that money. Yes, fan, and read the chat. Oh, isn't a beaver a muff and vice versa? I don't think so. Not the way you're thinking about it, Sniff. Hi, Maddie. Hi, fan. Who's saying hey? Hey, Sniff. 1 wrapped Luna equals 1 Luna. Okay, I'm going to agree with you there. Are you into Luna, Andrew, too? I am not. Yeah, if you're coming here for, I'm going to warn you, if you're coming here for Luna Classic content, you're not going to find it here. I'm not a fan. Not that I don't like it, because there's really nothing not to like. It's just a community of people trying to resurrect a dead token. 2023 is going to be the year of FTT Classic. What do you think? I'm going to spearhead that movement. Lazy Jedi fan, I hope for Austin's sake you guys have a comfy couch. That's funny. ASMR fan, hey fan. You know, the eye sometimes by mistake. Yeah, well, it's Tom. You're Tom now. Sorry. Yeah, like 5 token. Fuzzy earmuffs. That's what I would take it as. There, that's the only thing I know muffs would be earmuffs. Maybe I'm incorrect. I don't know. I'm not young anymore. I know fan. I left the stream early. Tim Tom, not sure what to call you now. I'm telling you, he's the mayor of crypto, or he could be the captain of crypto. Maddie, looks like we need to go back and watch. Fan, it's a cover. You mean it's a cover like it's a hat? Fan, I just tagged you on Twitter. Yes, fan, stream was getting dirty. Yeah, I can see that. Muff is slang. Austin didn't realize and Googled it and found a beaver. Oh, which is a hand warmer. Okay. Yeah, we know the first part of this, and hand muff. Okay, I guess I can see that as well. But yes, it's always going to go, to the dark side there. Shaman just checked. What's this supposed to cover? No, he calls Uber. He calls Uber to get him a Starbucks. Okay, I didn't catch that part. Okay, that is kind of stupid. If I, sorry, Austin, but I'm going to agree with Fan on this one. That's and I've had Starbucks. I don't really get it unless you're getting something really special. But getting Starbucks coffee and paying $5 or whatever it is for it seems crazy. The CryptoSmith, please look into Ultimo. Let's see. Well, let's get out of this stuff here. I can close these. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to show you guys before I leave. This sounds like something I've looked up before. Oh, be more specific otherwise. Ultimo, let's see. Ultima. Okay, it's already taking me too long. I'll look at it later. Thanks for the heads up. I'll check it out. Mogati. Play the stream after Sean's stream. Who's Sean's stream fan? I am Maddie B. My name is Sean. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sean. I am the CryptoSmith. Welcome to my channel. Come back to the stream sometimes to say hi. Hopefully it's a day I'm there. Hey, does Sniff bring the heavy content, the heavy exchanges that he brings on my channel? He really likes to cause trouble, I think. I love him being here because the stuff he says, I mean, it does get you thinking. He's got some solid points. Obviously, he does some research. He's got a certain way how he looks at the world, as we all do. Obviously, we all live in our own little bubble. This stream, Maddie. Yeah, my name is Sean. It's Tim, not Tim, but Tom. Yeah, so Tim's real name is Tom. Now we're just finding out. Apparently, everybody else knew, but we did not know. So unwrapping Wrap Luna token. 23 expect us. Okay. Listen, if you're out in the Luna community, I don't mean you any harm. I'm not trying to FUD your bag. I'm just saying I don't get it myself personally. It's just not for me. But if a community can resurrect something and turn it into something else and people can make their money back, I'm all for it. Never mind. I see that. Yeah, it was a typo. People keep calling him Tim. Fan, I am Tim, just like my mom named me. Wrap Luna isn't Lunacy. Okay. Well, either or. Yeah, I don't really cover either one. But still, okay, I get what you're saying. I have a Moonbag Luna but I made profit already. Excellent. Profit's good. Rowing, huh? When did you say that? He's fudding me. Tim is Tim enough of this. Tomfool. I see what you did there, lazy. Tomfoolery. Very funny. I take profit, Luna. Possible only smart thing to do all year. Well, it's good you got some profit into something because, man, my bags of everything have been down. I have not made profit since the early 90s. Lazy. Did you say what, Verena? I'm not sure what I. It seems some confusion in the comments here. Silk lined beaver muff. That sounds nice. I'm going to reply to Sean while he's talking, but then I didn't make it. Oh, got it. Shaman. Is the Matrix glitch again? Yeah, we've been having it a lot lately. Just ask Mr. Tate. Unwrapping wrapped Luna token, a Netflix special featuring. Feature Expect Us 2023. A Netflix special? Is this serious? I don't know if you're joking or if this is serious. Shaman, why is it called beaver muff though? Is it beaver skin? I think that's what it would be beaver pelt, let's say. Mercury is retrograde, so it's expected to have glitches. That is good to know. I think it's beaver fur. Yeah, I believe it is. Sniff is the founder of IWN. Oh, is that Austin's favorite ice cream? No. What is IWN? I'm trying to think. I'm thinking of it. Who is Tom? Shaman says with silk lining, fancy. Yeah. I don't know anything like that. He has Austin's favorite. Yes. Okay, so that is what I'm thinking of. Okay, so Sniff was the founder of that. That is interesting and very funny. Austin Reddit. You've never been inside. You're not living life. I have never been inside a silk-lined beaver muff. I'm gonna have to get on that. Sean, it's a new ice cream flavor. Yeah, I get what it is. I know we were talking about it earlier. Have you tried it? No, I have not tried it. I don't know that I will. I'm a little too old, I think, to experiment at this point. Ice. Yes, ice. I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Ice wallow nut flavored ice cream. I don't know what a wallow is, right? If you can figure that out. But it is funny. Like I said before, it's never not funny when you hear that and you say it out loud. Sniff travels a lot. Well, I wonder where he picked that one up. Sniff, if you're still here, actually, I don't think he's still here. You have to let me know where you picked that unique flavor of ice cream up. But that's very funny. This is one of these jokes that will live on forever. Wow, nice firework London right now. Excellent. There you go. It must be midnight in London. Happy New Year to our friends across the pond. I asked Austin if he tried ice wallow. Oh, yeah, ice wallow cream for his coffee. Just to shake it up a little bit. Still sounds nasty. Yeah, it doesn't sound really appetizing to me as well. I'm probably going to stick with my vanilla. Midnight now. Excellent. Well, Happy New Year, Maddie B, if that's where you're at. Congratulations on making it another rotation around the sun. And we are, 5 o'clock here? Yep, 2 hours in. Well, I think, you know what? There was one more thing. So anybody else who is still just hanging on here, has anybody checked out OpenAI? Now, this is a website here where you can basically ask it anything. Now, this is an AI. And I understand it does a lot of things. I'm amazed at what it does. I asked it something earlier. I said, show me a sample sales platform using C++, okay, which is just a programming language. And it basically just drew this out for me. So you can ask it to do anything. Somebody I work with, I'm not sure how he got it to do it, but basically he asked it to program in, I'm not sure which coding language it was, Pac-Man, and it took about 3 or 4 minutes, and it gave him all of the exact code for Pac-Man to just download and play. It was absolutely amazing. So it's chat.openai.com, and you can ask it really weird questions. It's supposed to be AI, and I think it is. It's done by a company that I believe they're a private company that has large investors, like Microsoft has a large stake in it. But they're building this AI thing, which is going to be crazy in the future. I know, and we're all going to be afraid of it because it's probably going to take over one day. But I just wanted to introduce you guys to this if you haven't seen it before. I found it fascinating. You can ask it you can argue with it if you want, and it'll keep basically upholding its argument. It'll tell you that it doesn't have a bias or a specific way of thinking. It's very interesting. Italy was near 1 hour ago. Oh, so Italy was New Year's 1 hour ago. Got it. I got it. Nope, you're in USA. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is where they caught that alleged murderer of the 4 college kids up in Moscow, Idaho, just yesterday, or the day before. Tragic circumstances. A horrible situation there. My aunt runs an ice cream hair salon called Ice Wallows Perm. Excellent, Sniff. Ice cream hair salon. That's an interesting business. You hate C++. I don't know C++. I just know that that's a language, programming language. I just asked it to see if it would do it, and it did. You got a D in C++. So you were studying C minus then. Seriously, Sniff? To me, Shaman, straight A university, except that. True story, Shaman says. Okay, so his aunt, was it your aunt? Your aunt runs an ice cream / hair salon called Ice Wallows Perm. So what's behind Wallows? What is Ice Wallows? What's the meaning there? True story. Yeah, monster murders 40 minutes from, yes, Scranton. Yep, exactly. Yeah, we were even at work yesterday. We were watching the press conference they were having up in Moscow, Idaho, where the murders happened. It's just crazy. I talked about at the very beginning of the stream. This guy, who is a PhD, has a PhD in criminology, and he goes in allegedly. Okay, I guess I have to say allegedly because he's not convicted. And basically stabbed 4 college students to death one night, and disappeared. And everybody here was a little upset, especially in that area, and the parents, of course, of the kids involved. They were upset because they weren't really getting any information from the police and from the investigators, which understandable that the parents are going to be upset that they're not getting any information. But the investigations, you can't, especially if they're tracking somebody down, or they kind of know who it is, and they want to make sure that person isn't made aware that they're onto their trail, those kind of things. You can't just put out all the information out to the public. That's just the way investigations work. So hopefully I don't want to say a positive ending, because there's no positive ending here. Nobody wins in this. This guy, he gets convicted, and we have the death penalty here in Idaho. So we'll see if that plays into his plea when he gets extradited back here at Idaho. Sniff. Crazy streams today. Yes, literally lolling, literally laughing out loud. People hang out wallow at the hair salon ice cream shop. So you're saying wallow? So wallow it could be a pseudonym for hanging out. I mean, I guess I can see it. Boys will be boys. Yep. Sniff, you made that up. Yes. Wallow means hang. That's what I was thinking. When he was arrested, he said, yes, he did say that. Or that's what was reported. But so consider this. He is a criminology PhD from, I believe, it's Eastern Washington University, over just across the border, just a few miles away in Pullman, in Washington. And is this his way of trying to instill doubt into investigators and the police? Is he playing a game now? Because obviously he's been educated. I don't know that he has any experience in the field, but he's basically have been a professional student for a lot of years. He's 28 years old. How is he going to use that education to defend himself, number one, and to basically, and I think he's going to use it to play games and turn this into some sort of game for himself, right? Obviously, he's got screws loose if he's the one who did this. In order to just, stab 4 people to death, you've got to have something seriously wrong with your brain. But does he turn this into a game? That's really kind of what I want to know. And I thought maybe he said that just to kind of throw him off a little bit. Because when he said that, what happened was, as soon as they announced that they arrested him, a cleaning crew for the house in which this crime occurred hasn't been touched, hasn't been cleaned, obviously, because they're collecting evidence all this time. It was about 6 weeks ago. So they authorized the cleaning company, whoever it was, to go ahead and clean the site because basically they have their guy. They're done. They've done all the investigations. They pulled all evidence that they thought they needed. And then he made that comment, apparently, that, hey, was there anybody else arrested? That I believe that caused them to call back and have the cleaning stopped, just in case maybe there was some evidence there they didn't get. So maybe then maybe that's what he's doing. He's just causing doubt because he knows what to do. But yeah, it's creepy. It's just a creepy situation. And this is a school that my son, my youngest, was talking about going to. And my wife heard about these murders, and she's like, "Nope, not good." But this is a small town. It never happens there. This kind of thing never happens. This is a random, one-off. Wallow means lay in, I think. Okay, that could be worse. Ice cream there is quite salty. Okay, I get where you're going, Sniff. So you weren't serious. Ah, man, I can't believe anybody anymore. Yes, Maddie. I get Bernie coming here with 25 different profiles. I don't know what to believe. Thank you, Tim. Salty nuts. Yes. And I'll tell you what, as a guy, as a boy, when we talk at work, right, we have Planters peanuts and stuff, and it's never not funny, right, to insinuate salty nuts to somebody else. It's who we are. Sniff. Moscow murders or ritual killings of the guy caught as a scapegoat. You do have a conspiracy theory for everything. So they apparently, obviously the evidence hasn't come out yet because they're still keeping it under wraps. He still has to be extradited to Idaho before they can actually open and show the arrest warrant and some of the evidence that they have to the public. So we have to wait for him to actually come and show up in court here before we're going to see basically what they have on him. And apparently they have DNA from the victims. So I don't know, unless somebody planted, DNA on the victims, who knows? Anything is possible. Pigs wallow in the mud. Yes, they do wallow in the mud. That's okay. I was trying to think of where do I hear the term wallow. Pigs wallow in the mud. So they're just hanging out. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Ice wallow salty nuts, right? You could add anything to that and it'd be funny. Oh, true, Tim. Yes, they do wallow. Now, thanks, Tim. You solved that riddle for me. And I wallow in. Don't start. Human trafficking is real and it's done for various reasons, ranging from prostitution to ritual murdering. Crazy. There are crazy people out there everywhere. You never know where you're going to find them. Terrible stuff, trafficking. Yes. And people turn a blind eye, Sniff. Yes, out of fear. Ignorance is bliss. Well, yep, there's a lot of things I don't know. It doesn't necessarily make me happy, but it is the world we live in. All right, everybody. I do appreciate you guys being here. If you want to go check out this chat.openai.com and ask it a bunch of stupid questions and see if you can solve the riddles of the universe there and let me know what happens. I'm interested in. I'm going to be messing around with it later just to see what I can get it to admit to. Maybe see who really killed Kennedy. But I appreciate you guys showing up. Again, I'm going to be here next Saturday. I may also do a Tuesday and a Thursday live stream. I'll let you guys know out there in the Twitter space. Oh, I got to do the last comments here. Swampy is here. Appreciate you being here. If you ask it to code Pac-Man for you in HTML, CSS, and JS, it'll give you all the code like it gave me at work. Also, Sniff is crazy. Okay. All right. So I will do that. HTML, CSS, and JS will give you the code just like, okay, I'm going to try that here later in a minute. Be happy. Happy New Year's. Thank you, ASMR fan. I appreciate your support as always. Happy New Year's, everyone. Have a good New Year to you all. Yep. Hopefully 2023 is going to be a better year for all of us. Swampy. Happy New Year, Sean. Thank you for all you do all year. I appreciate that, Shaman. And good luck to you and your channel. I'll be over there watching you guys and rooting you guys on. Swampy, maybe you're just blind. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks, ladies Jedi, and good luck to you too with your channel. And I will, anything I can do to help, just let me know. Happy to help. So having said all that, guys, I am out. Happy New Year, everyone. And hopefully a positive new year or a positive year in 2023. All right. You guys have a great night. Be safe out there.